Some movies are cinematic masterpieces. These are not those movies. Tonight on Watching Wyrd, we dive headfirst into the chaotic world of snake cinema. We're talking Anaconda 1997, the jungle classic that launched 1,000 terrible CGI predators. Then Snakes on a Plane, because apparently the safest place for reptiles is 35,000 feet in the air. And finally, Anaconda 2025, proof that some monsters never stay dead. Join survival horror authors Allen Gamboa, Rich Restucci, Hadley Thorne, and Scott Baker as we watch the bad movies so you don't have to.
Good to see you guys.
Same to you.
Good to see you.
We finally made it.
We're back alive.
I know. Y'all had the flu and y'all been snowed in. Alan and I have just been living our best lives.
Yeah, we had snow.
Yes, we have.
Fred, say hi to. Come here. Say hi to everyone.
Hi, Fred.
Come on,
Hey,
Fred. I love the fact that in the promos he barks at everything.
I like. People are going to be disappointed that he talks. That he doesn't talk. I mean, isn't that one? He talks.
He talks. I asked him once, what part of the house, what's on the top of the house? He went, roof. I said, what texture is sandpaper? He said, rough. Hello, everybody.
Oh. Let me get my hook.
All right, would you two stop it?
Scott, how much snow did you get?
We didn't get that much, maybe about 3 inches, but it froze last night.
That's what she
so
said.
I waited till it went up to 80 today, and then I just went out and banged the car, and all the snow just slid off.
Nice.
Okay, Fred.
Yeah, it was 60 here today. Overcast.
What are you doing?
So
yeah, it was close to 60 here today. We had
really
not this past Monday, but the Monday before, we got 37 inches of snow.
Yeah.
And then the next day it was 3 degrees, and the following day it was 48 degrees, and then it tumbled again to between 3 and 10, and today it was almost 60, and it snowed 3 times since last month. Go figure. It's been crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's been almost 70 here. And happy late birthday, Scott.
Thank you. Thank you. 63 yesterday.
Welcome to the 63 Club.
Yeah.
This is what 63 looks like, folks. Look in the lower boxes there. 63.
I
That's
don't.
63.
I tell the guy at the cigar store, we're not old. We're refined. We're vintage, like a 30-year-old cognac.
Seasoned like a steak.
Well, you will. Don't look a day over 32.
The
I
kids
think
at
he's 29 and holding.
kids at school were shocked when they found out I was in my early 60s. They thought I was about 50. So,
yeah. Well, you act very mature.
Yeah, you do.
no,
Or
I
12-year-old
don't.
boy. Hey, Dan. Glad you made it.
Hey, Dan. How's it going?
Nice to see you, Dan.
Well, let's go ahead and get started, and then we can chit-chat after.
All right.
Chit chat away. Hey,
So who wants to
so
start?
you want to start with the oldest movie first? Do you want to go, Scott? You want to throw
Do the
old
Anaconda?
Anaconda out there?
Okay.
Whip that Anaconda out.
We picked Anaconda, the 77 version, because we were doing the comedic remake, Anaconda, that came out last year. I think almost everybody has seen this movie. It'll never be the best movie ever made, but it is a cult classic. And it's a group of archaeologists. Eric Stoltz is the leader, Dr. Stephen Cale, Jennifer Lopez, Ice Cube, Jonathan Hyde, who plays just the perfect Butthead in this, Owen Wilson, a whole bunch of others. They go on an expedition down the Amazon. They're looking for a particular tribe that is a lot of legends about it and a lot of myths, but they've never seen. And they're hoping to find the clues to prove that this is an actual tribe. Well, on the way, they meet John Voight, who, of course, plays the bad guy. And his vessel is wrecked on the Amazon, so they bring him aboard to join them. And very long story short, he sort of soon takes over the boat because he was there with Danny Trejo, who had a very small part on this one. But it was a good one. He's hunting this gigantic anaconda that, again, that itself was a bit of a legend. And he's looking to hunt it down. He wants to capture it live, bring it back, and make millions of dollars having it as an exhibit. And throughout the whole thing, it's Eric Stoltz, Ice Cube, the whole lot of them. They're fighting the two main enemies. They're fighting John Voight, who is probably has less emotions than the Anaconda. I don't know. I thought the special effects were pretty good for 1987? I'm trying to look it
97.
up.
97.
97. I thought the special effects were pretty good. The acting really wasn't that good at all. I didn't like it. But it was a fun movie, had a good plot, a lot of action. You almost know who's not going to make it and who is going to make it. I saw it years ago, like probably early 2000s. When I rewatched it for this one, I enjoyed it. It was a fun movie. Probably not going to watch it again, but I liked it, and I think it was fun watching it again and then watching the re-imaging of it. What did you guys think?
Guys?
There was one moment where
Hi, Landa.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Abby. Hey, Landa. Alan.
Oh, I'm going to go on silent.
Go ahead,
for a minute.
Abby.
Jennifer,
You're good.
her dinner.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, John Voight in this one cracks me up. This is him. He's staring at Jennifer Lopez. That I wish we had that GIF or whatever to play on this show of him making that face. When he's just staring at her, he's so freaking creepy. I like this one. It's a fun movie. It's not a go-to movie or anything, but when it came out, I went and saw this at the movies, and I thought it was entertaining enough. It's got a weird cast, definitely a weird cast in this, eclectic, but it was okay. I mean, this thing's spawned like 3 sequels and I guess a reboot. We want to call the new one a reboot. Yeah. Of course, that doesn't mean it's a great movie. We've seen a lot of bad movies with 3 or 20 sequels, but it's okay. The acting, John Voight to me was a lot of fun. This was some of his worst acting. I do agree with you, Scott, but that's what made it fun. Is that weird ass accent and this creepy look? It was okay. If you haven't seen it, it's not one you should rush out and watch, but it's worth a look. See, I mean, there's not a lot of really good giant snake movies out there that are rated, R and under, I guess. But anyway, what do you think, Rich?
Well, before I get into that, let's say hi to Alan and Landa and Dan and Frank. Frank Riley's here. He's
yes,
here from Scotland.
Scotland.
Right. He's Frank's in the hospital. He's doing great. He's the man. He's too goddamn tough. He's just going to take the hospital off in a couple of minutes.
You know, they did his surgery and they didn't put him under, Rich.
Yeah,
He was sedated, but not under.
He's like, I don't need that. I'm not a sissy. I can just, you can take this out and put the other one in. I'll be fine. I know. He said that. He's the man. So
I can't imagine laying there and they're tugging and cutting on you. But I digress. Good to have you, Frank.
They do that on the reg. He's tough. He probably had some haggis and a little bit of scotch while he was doing that.
They just had to lift his kilt a little bit and go in, right? Lift that dress up.
Anaconda. So this movie has Kari Wyrd, and I'm a huge Kari Wyrd. I had a huge crush on her when I was younger. Kari Wyrd. I absolutely loved her. This is kind of an movie. I actually went and I saw it at the movie theater too, Alan. It was good. It was all right. It's certainly not my favorite movie. It's not even my favorite snake movie, but it definitely is better than you are led to believe it's going to be from the trailers and from what people say about it. I enjoyed it. It's a movie I've seen probably, I think this was my third time watching it. This was probably the time I liked it the least. I don't think it's held up enough over the years. It was okay. Like I said, I like you, Scott. I doubt I'll ever watch this one again. But the acting was a little weak, like you said. I did like when Owen Wilson got swallowed by the snake and it was swimming away, and you could see his body in there and his face through the snake scales. I thought that was pretty cool. That was done well. But yeah, when it's got John Voight and it's got him all wrapped up, and then it opens its mouth and he's looking up, and that was cool and stupid at the same time. It was just that kind of thing. But yeah, this was a decent flick. I don't think I'm gonna give it the best rating in the world, but I certainly won't give it the worst. What do you think, Hadley? You back?
I'm back, and y'all have not mentioned that Eric Stoltz was in this movie because I forgot. And I remember I did go see this at the theater because I'm that girl, and I remember thinking that he was going to be like the lead. I didn't even remember Owen Wilson being in it because I don't think at the time he was anybody.
Yeah, he was nobody.
No.
And Eric Stoltz was the big star, well, besides Voight.
J-Lo.
And it was fun to watch. And I will say there was a time when I had a flashback to some 1950s movie Scott has made me watch before, that it looked like the snake was like the giant tentacle that was wrapped around somebody, but you could tell that they were the ones moving it. Do y'all remember when the snake was like that?
Yeah.
Which movie?
That was Plan 9. Wasn't that Plan 9? No, it was the other
one. Of those. It was one of those that y'all made me watch. But there was a moment that the snake, it looked just like that. Like it was the actor making the snake look like it was moving. It was so funny. But I do have some trivia for y'all.
All right.
So John Voight based his character's infamous hissing accent on a real Paraguayan river guide that they met. And his performance was so over the top that his scripted wink after being regurgitated was kept by the crew simply because it was too bizarre to cut.
Wow. Yeah, he definitely made this movie. You know what I mean?
He's just a creepy old man in this movie.
Yeah,
he nailed it.
Yeah, he very much so. Every single second of screen time for the digital snake cost the studio roughly $100,000.
Wow.
So to save money, the production reused stock footage of a waterfall from the 1987 movie Predator. I don't know if y'all knew that.
Didn't.
So when the snake isn't CGI, it is a 5,000-pound animatronic.
Wow.
During filming, the robot malfunctioned and went rogue, nearly injuring J-Lo. And some of the animatronics spinning out of control actually made it into the final cut. Before Ice Cube was cast, As the cameraman, the role was originally offered to Chris Farley.
No.
About a different movie.
Oh,
And additionally, the French actor, one of my favorites, Jean Reno, was considered for the villainous Paul Ceron before Vault took the role. So that was pretty interesting too. Again, a totally different movie.
yeah, it would have been.
Let's see.
Definitely.
Chris
It wouldn't have been, I don't think it would have been as campy. You know, because it's kind of campy in some way.
While most critics hated it, the legendary Roger Ebert was one of the few to give it a glowing 3.5 out of 4-star review, calling it a slick, scary, funny creature feature.
I think he's right.
He is.
All those things.
Well, what you were talking about, Hadley, the special effects, I looked it up. The budget for this movie was $45 million.
Wow, that's quite a bit for
Crazy.
97.
Yeah. Opening weekend, it only brought in 16, but overall, gross worldwide was 136. But I didn't even realize that. I just thought it was like all digital, and I didn't know there was animatronics.
No. Mm-mm. That would have been cool if they would have kept that scene in when they were filming and it lost control. That would have been kind of cool if they could get some of that in there.
Well, it said
Would
they
have
kept
added
some
to
of
it.
it.
Did
So
they?
they did
Oh,
keep
that's
some of it.
cool. Well, that is cool. Wasn't that, you know, that movie you're talking about where the guy's moving the snake? Wasn't that Tor Johnson that was fighting the snake or whatever it was in that old? I think it was a Ed Wood movie.
I
Well, I
don't know.
remember
I
the
just know
fight
that
snake
we
and
watched it,
moving
and it was ridiculous.
I remember the Ed Wood movie when Bela Lugosi was fighting the octopus.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, and the animatronic didn't move,
That's-
so he just grabbed and started whipping around the tentacles.
Well, that was what
Good
I
old
had a
Edward.
moment where I just flashed back to that because that's exactly what it looked like, and it was great, but not as great as our next movie. So, has everybody talked about this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, are we doing Snakes on a Plane?
But we should do
Well, I thought
Anaconda.
we would do Anaconda too.
Okay, fine. Do
I say
You wanna do
Anaconda
Anaconda?
2. I should say the Anaconda 2025.
The new Anaconda. Hi, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah,
Well, do you want to do Anaconda 2 then? 2025? Hadley?
I can, y'all know I'm not good at this, but I'll do my best. So, in 2025, Jack Black and Paul Rudd decided to do a meta reboot for Anaconda. And they did it in such an original way. It worked really well. Flashback to children who saw this movie and have grown up. One's an aging actor. He's a failing aging actor. And he goes home to see his friends and he talks them into redoing this movie on a no budget. They take one of their friends to take a loan out, and it's going to be the same group that they filmed when they were little. And y'all, it was hysterical. And I don't want to ruin it because I do think that the people who watch us would really appreciate this movie. I had a really good time watching it. My roommate and I watched it, and we just had a ball. And I know she didn't think she would like it, but we usually don't see eye to eye on movies. And we both really enjoyed this movie. So I don't, again, not going to ruin it, but again, Jack Black, Paul Rudd, Ice Cube has a cameo in it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, did J-Lo have a cameo? I can't remember.
The very last.
Yeah, the last
last.
scene.
So if you're watching
Yes.
it, in credits.
Yeah.
And who's the girl that's in it, that she's in Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, that was Candy Newton.
Well, I get
Yep,
them
from
confused.
Mission Impossible 3 or 2, and is it Rock and Roller? Guy Ritchie's Rock and Roller. I think she was in that with Gerard Butler. She played
She's
the
been in a bunch
girlfriend.
of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in a ton of stuff. I was surprised to see her in this one.
And just to take y'all back even further, Jack Black's wife in this movie is played by Ione Skye, who was the girlfriend to the John Cusack character in, was it Say Anything?
Yeah, say anything.
Which I think is one of our old time favorite movies. But yeah, I loved it.
Isn't her dad Donovan, that old 60s singers?
Is he? I don't know.
I don't know.
I just kept looking at her going, I know that face, but I couldn't figure out where. So do we want to do a comparison? Like, what are y'all going to give the 1997 version versus what you're going to give the 2025 version?
We can do that when we give our opinions after our opinions when we
Yeah,
rate it, because we didn't rate the last one, right?
No,
We did not read the last one.
Yeah, we have.
I thought this movie was funny. I looked at it and I saw the commercial. You can see it on the upper left hand side of the screen here, and I thought it was going to be ridiculous, and it absolutely was ridiculous. But it was the good ridiculous. I thought it was. I enjoyed it. There's a scene. If you look at Jack Black right there on the picture, that was one of the funnier scenes. It was definitely the most ridiculous scene. They think Jack Black's dead, and they're trying to get the snake off their trail. So they put a dead pig on him, and neither the pig nor Jack are dead. It was funny. They're running away from this freaking snake that's chasing it. It was hilarious. And it shouldn't have been funny to me, but that's my 13-year-old humor right there. And I truly enjoyed that scene. There's another. They go down there, like Hadley said, to film this, to try and refilm Anaconda because they loved it as kids. And then another film crew shows up, and then the snake just kills all of that film crew, and it's chasing our crew through this, I don't know, filming area. And that it was actually pretty good. I was never scared for them because it's a comedy, but it was still the way they did it, and they're blowing stuff up. They're trying to kill this snake. It was really good. It was done really well, and I was in the mood on that the day that I watched it. I was in the mood for a comedy, so it just hit pretty good.
Well, and I think I forgot to mention that the casting was great because it's Steve Zahn,
yes,
Paul Rudd, Jack Black, and what's her name? Sandy
Newton.
And they just
Sandy
all
Newton.
did so well together.
Yeah.
I'm with Landa.
Jack
I
Black's
like
hit or
him in
miss
some
for me.
stuff. I don't like him in others, but I thought he was great in this. This was a good movie for him. He kind of played the same part.
if you don't like Jack Black, everybody else makes up for this. But Jack Black and Paul Rudd really have a chemistry in this movie that really made it made it hilarious.
Well, the feeling that I had after watching this movie was they just had a fun time. This was just probably, I'm not going to say a passion project, but I just felt like they were just probably in their feels and nostalgia one day and said, hey, let's take Anaconda and do something stupid with it. Wouldn't it be great? Because there's just little elements thrown into it that you can see, like it almost is going to be serious, but it's not. Like with the boat pilot.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Alan?
You know, I wasn't looking forward to seeing this one. I just wasn't. And I laughed my ass off. Tina and I, we watched it and we just laughed so hard at that scene you see up there on the screen with the pig. And they put a squirrel or what was it they put in his mouth?
Wild boar. Oh,
And when he
yeah.
catches up, he's like, who put that in? Who put that squirrel in my mouth? And Steve Zahn's like backing away. Steve Zahn is a national treasure. You know, he's not in enough. I know lately he's started to come out. He was in the Righteous Gemstones, right? He was in that for a little bit. And
Yeah.
I'd go see anything with Steve Zahn in it. He's just hilarious. He should be a bigger star than he is.
He was in that
and
movie.
Just the
I
three
think
of
I
them.
made y'all watch, where he got bit by the turkey. You remember that?
Oh,
Oh my God, y'all
don't.
don't. Okay, I'm gonna send y'all a clip when we get off here. I know I made you watch it because it was one of my turkeys one year.
Oh,
But
I don't remember that one. But I will if you send it though. But him, Jack Black, and Paul Rudd all together were great. And then Danny Newton was mostly the straight man, but she was pretty funny in this. And if you're a Star Wars or Star Trek fan, they had what's his name? John Billingsley from what is he? Is he Next Generation or one of I don't know, playing Jack Black's dad at the beginning. And that part's pretty good. You know, he's does weddings and stuff like that, and he's kind of frustrated. And then Paul Rudd comes up with the rights to Anaconda.
Rights from Sony.
And so that scene where they go to apply for a loan is hilarious. You know, they're like, yeah, we'll give you like $10, you know, and that scene's just great. But this is a fun movie. Yeah. To me, probably the funniest part though is that part they show there, because it's just so stupid. You know what's going to happen when you're watching it, and it happens, and it's just funnier than you would imagine. Hey, Max. Hey, Tony. But this one's worth seeing. I really didn't want to. I just hadn't been in the mood for comedies, and it just didn't seem appealing, you know. And it was a fun watch. It surprised me, and there's a little twist in it, like Hadley was talking about with the boat driver, which was pretty cool. That was a good, little twist in there. But yeah, no, this one you should watch. And even if you're not a fan of Jack Black's, and with me, a little of him, he's like Will Ferrell. A little of him goes a long way. There's certain movies they're really good in, and then there's certain movies where they're just, they're like a Pollock painting, and they're just, and you're just like, oh, that's just too much. This one's good.
Jack Black is a personality, and a little bit of his personality in a movie goes a long way, because he's not really playing the actor; he's playing his personality, which is big and huge and a lot of fun. But this is a movie I think he actually acted in, because, like I said, he was more of the straight character in it.
He was.
Which I wasn't expecting, but he held back. It was fun. It was a fun movie.
It was, and it's got some snaky moments like the first Anaconda movie. Yeah. So it's not. You can't really compare it to the first one, because it would be kind of like a meta version of the first one, because they're going to remake it, and there is a giant anaconda there, and they've got to deal with it. But it's you can't really. I don't think you can compare them as, like, I don't know, like Star Wars and the next 3 Star Wars movies that came out, after the original. Yeah. I don't think you compare it like that, because it makes fun of itself, and it's more of a fourth wall type of movie. Not that they're talking to us like, Deadpool, but they're self-aware, and this anaconda just happens to be there. Oh yeah, we forgot the anaconda trainer, and it's the anaconda he brings aboard to film. That dude is great. He's got the anaconda trainer has this like relationship with his little anaconda, and it's a good sized anaconda, but it's not nearly as big as the anaconda that they have to deal with. And that whole character in that scene is hilarious. Yeah. And you got to watch and stay through the end credits, because it shows you get a cameo, and then it shows you what happens to the snake trainer guy too. So I forgot about the snake trainer. He was great. I don't even know who that actor was, but
I don't either. And you're right, he was great.
Yeah, he was He sure hated Paul Rudd.
He stole the show. He did.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
he
liked
did.
him so much. I
What
stopped
do you
and
think?
looked him up to see where if I knew him from somewhere because he was so good, but didn't recognize him from anything.
Yeah, I couldn't find. I did the same thing. Well, I waited till the movie was over and looked up his name, and I couldn't. There was nothing that I had seen him in.
Yeah, that whole element
Is
was
he
great.
like Brazilian or Portuguese or?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think
Was that actor
Yeah.
Ricardo Diaz? Was that the
Yeah,
actor?
I think so. I think
Or
so.
was
He,
it-
Jiao.
Or something? Yeah, Zhao.
Yeah, that was him. Jiao.
Rui Ricardo
Yeah, that
Diaz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's a Brazilian actor. He's probably been in a Brazilian things. Don't hate me.
Oh, how I've missed the dad humor.
Yeah, he was great though. He stole the scenes he was in, and how much he hated Paul Rudd. And then what happens? And him and Paul Rudd go out into the swamp, and that was fun. Paul Rudd plays Paul Rudd in this.
Yeah.
You know, he's like Jack Black, but you can take more Paul Rudd than you can Jack Black. That's what she said.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? But he tends to play the same character.
That's
You
not
know,
true. You just
over
don't watch
and
the
over again,
movies.
which is
but
fine.
He was in Clueless, and I loved him.
No,
in
I
Clueless.
watched that one where he played. Did you see that one Mute with Skarsgård where he played that crazy killer guy? Oh, he was really good in it. He played this creepy
I guess I need to watch that.
Chester type. Yeah, it's called Mute. It's on Netflix. It's a sci-fi thing. But I mean, in general, Paul Rudd plays the same character. You know, more than he doesn't, if that makes sense. You know, he plays that same kind of, put upon guy, and he deals with it. You know, he's a guy you can have a beer with, but no, this is good. But Scott, what do you think of this?
I love the fact that they didn't do a remake of Anaconda. They did a movie about a group of people who weren't good at this doing a remake of Anaconda. That was one of the things that really just I really enjoyed about it. You know,
It would be like the four of us making a movie.
Yeah, but I mean, it's usually they remake these movies and the movies suck. This is a movie about the four of them remaking a movie that's gonna suck. I loved it. I was a little bored at the first half. It was a little bit dragging for me, but once they hit the Amazon, and once the boat goes by, and we're remaking Anaconda, and then after that, it got ridiculously funny. And yes, Alan, the scene with the squirrel, the wild boar, and Jack Black was hilarious.
Oh man, when he asked Steve Zahn, when he asked who put that in my mouth.
I mean, that was just great. And then the Ice Cube and Jay Lopez's cameos were just perfect for this one. So this is a fun movie. I would watch both of them, which is what I did back to back. And it's especially the last half of the movie. There's a lot of laughs in that Anaconda 25. And Max, what about me? You said go to Alan's page. What, don't I have a lot of bad dad humor on my page?
I'm banned on I'm banned from posting stuff because something I posted and get sucked.
Oh.
So I'm banned from posting for a while.
I wasn't banned, but I couldn't go on other sites and comment because I was a scammer. I said some rotten things about Zuckerberg. I didn't get banned yet.
Yeah, this is something they totally misinterpreted, but what are you going to do?
Okay, let's don't talk about that. Let's talk about snakes and planes and anacondas.
Well, do you have more to say, Scott, on this one?
No. I think it's definitely worth watching. A Friday night, sit down with some beers, some popcorn, your friends, watch both of them together. It's worth it.
Yeah.
So let's rate them and compare. Who wants to go?
Okay, original Anaconda?
Yeah.
You, big man. Go first, big man.
I'll give it a 4. I'll give this one a 4. I enjoyed this. This was great. It didn't hold up as well as I enjoyed it when I had seen it before, but I liked it, and I think it's worth. I think it's 4 worthy.
You talking about the first one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Scott?
I'm going to give it a 3, which is a good grade. I enjoyed it. It could have been better. So steady 3.
And Boss? Where do you get the first one?
The first one, I would give it like a 3.5. It was fun, and I remember going to see it at the theater. So back in the day, it was a really good movie. I mean, it wasn't like
I saw
Shawshank, but it was great. It was a lot of fun, and it was scary, but it does not compare to the remake, which brought me so much joy that I have to say I'm going to give it a 5.
Okay.
Well, you're giving.
I'll give the original. I saw it at the movie theaters too. I'll give the original 3, like you, Scott. I'll give it a solid 3, which isn't bad, for this movie. Before we rate it, Frank said Jack Black was good in The Jackal. Remember that? Where Bruce Willis has him.
Yes.
Go stand out there. Go stand out there.
I forgot about that.
Some people say that was his best role. Anyway, what do you give the new one, Rich?
Probably a 4.25. I'll give it a 4.25. I liked it.
All right. Scott?
I definitely recommend it. I think people need to see it. It was fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 3.25 just for the scene. I would have given it a 3, but the scene with the boar, the squirrel, and Jack Black, that kicks it up to a 3.25.
Scott, I'm ashamed of you.
Why?
I am ashamed of you. This is your sense of humor put on
I
film.
know. All right. 3.5.
Still ashamed.
You just got peer pressured into
I'll give this one a 4.
review.
I'll give this one a 4, right? Because it surpassed my expectations. I didn't really have high hopes for it, and I was laughing my ass off the whole time. So I'll give it a 4.
I think that's the purpose. That's why I'm giving it so high. Is it exceeded expectations? It made people could not go into that or come out of the movie theater or get done watching it on their live stream or whatever and not have enjoyed it. It was just a lot of fun. And there wasn't a political message, and there wasn't anything other than we're just making fun and we're having a good time doing it. And it was just chef's kiss to Paul and Jack. They were great. I loved it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Great.
Recommend it. We all recommend it. Rich, what do you got? What do you got?
Oh man, I like snakes. My favorite snake is the gaboon viper. Do you guys know what a gaboon viper looks like? He's a big fat guy, this long, I mean, 5 feet long. Man, it has the largest fangs of any snake. It's venomous as hell, and it kills a bunch of people every year in Africa. I know, kind of weird to like a murderous snake, but there it is. My favorite snake plays a huge part in the 2006 film Snakes on a Plane. She is the real star of the film, and there's Sam Jackson and a couple other people too. This film is about snakes on a plane, right? Big gangster murderer guy is going to get in big trouble if this kid testifies against him, so he unleashes snakes on a plane. These particular snakes are deadly, but not only to the passengers, but to the plane. They mess up avionics and electronics. They kill cats. They bite passengers and pilots, and they bite little kids and stewardesses. The film stars the Gaboon Viper, of course, Sam Jackson, Juliana Margulies, and Kenan Thompson. Taylor Kitsch sneaks in to join the Mile High Club only to get smoked by snakes in the bathroom with his hot, naked girlfriend. This is a ridiculous film that I truly enjoy. You got Sam Mother effing Jackson dropping mother effers everywhere. You got some boobs. You got some snakes. What more can a guy with a 13-year-old maturity level want? Really? The movie actually has a 69% on Rotten Tomatoes and has a huge cult following with dozens of fan trailers and shorts and a few fan video games. It made $62 million at the box office versus a budget of $33 million. So this flick was a hit as far as I'm concerned. Excuse me. But the critics didn't like it very much. The film is a shock film, and the press declared it a box office failure, even though the money says different. The TV version changed Sam Jackson's tag swear line with "these monkey fighting snakes." Also, the scene with Taylor Kitsch in the bathroom, they didn't tell him, and they dumped a bunch of live snakes on his dead body when he was on the ground. He's laying in the thing with his girlfriend. They're both dead. They dumped a bunch of snakes in there so that when the stewardess or whoever opened up the thing, they saw all these snakes. He didn't know that was going to happen, and he said he held his breath the whole time because he's not crazy about snakes. He wasn't afraid of them, but when you got 30 snakes getting dumped on you in a bathroom, in a tiny little airline bathroom, that's pretty freaky. This film isn't going to win any awards, but I enjoyed it. It's a fun flick, and what do you guys think?
I think Taylor Kitsch probably thought that was the worst thing that was going to happen to him in Hollywood, and then John Carter Mars showed up. He's rebounded pretty good though from that. This movie was built on someone saying snakes on a plane. How about that? And there was a campaign to get it made. So this was a movie that was made off someone saying, how about snakes on a plane? And it steamrolled into this movie. And it was a big media ordeal. I remember when it was going on. And it was the box office hit they wanted it to be. But it was a fun movie. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's just a ridiculous movie. I mean, we used to joke, this buddy of mine would say, well, how do snakes get on a plane? They don't got any arms. We joke with them, they don't got any arms. They can't buy tickets. How do they get on the plane? Anyway, Sam Jackson killed it in this one. Kenan Thompson was better than he's ever been on Saturday Night Live. And David Koechner, David Koechner from Anchorman, he played the pilot on this. Yeah. Remember, he dies like twice on this. Yeah. He's great. This is a much maligned movie that is actually a lot of fun. And I like how the snakes get bigger and bigger till you get that giant boa constrictor falling through the skylight at the end. I mean, it's crazy. And the song by Cobra Starship, the Snakes on the Plane song, perfect. Just great. I love this movie. I like it much better than Anaconda because it's a stupid movie, and it knows it's stupid. Yeah. And it goes along with it. And I mean, it's not stupid like, raccoons on a train. It's just, it knows it's a fun movie and it goes with it. What do you think, Mr. Raccoons on a Train?
I love this movie. I love this movie because, like you said, it was not meant to be or if it was meant to be taken seriously, what makes it great is it's not. It's a cross between a horror movie, an air disaster movie, an action adventure flick. You know which people are going to get eaten and killed, pretty much. You can pick them out in the first 20 minutes. Special effects are okay, but I love it. I've seen this a couple of times. And one thing I did not know, when they did the original filming, the line, I'm sick of these mother effing snakes on this mother effing plane, that was not in the original movie. And what they did was they showed it to audiences, and the audience was like, well, wait a minute, how come Samuel Jackson didn't say this? So if you watch the movie, while he's giving the pep talk, you see everybody around him. Then when they cut into the scene of him saying that, it's only him. Because they brought him back afterwards, made him say the line, and then inserted it into the movie. Which is now,
just to swear.
Yeah, which is now just the most iconic line. And this movie spawned. You've got spiders on a plane. You've got zombies on a plane, which have the same comedic value. This is a classic, and it's going to be a cult classic 20 years from now.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think, boss?
I know that this is not the first time we've watched this because I made y'all watch it before. I love this movie. This movie is, to me, it is such a cult classic. Doing my research for tonight, I found out that it was considered to be the first Mimi movie. Like, you know, when people started doing the memes on their social media accounts.
Oh.
And like Scott said, that the iconic line wasn't in the original script. It was inspired by a fan-made parody trailer.
Oh.
And they actually went back, and it took them 5 days of reshoots just to add that line. But so the studio originally wanted to change the title of this movie to Pacific Air Flight 121 because they thought snakes on a plane was too silly. Well, my man Samuel L. told them that the title was the only reason he took the role and threatened to quit if they changed it. And that right there is what makes this movie great, is they just, everybody involved, well, I'll say everybody, Samuel L. knew when he took the role that this, what kind of movie this was. And he made it great. Yeah. And it's not too campy. It's just, to me, it's a testimony of the greatness of his power as an actor. But I just loved it. And like Rich said, the snakes were the real stars. They had 450 real snakes. Isn't that right?
Something like that, yeah.
They all got to fly for free.
Milk snakes. No actual gaboon vipers.
I'm looking that up.
Well, the star of the group was a 19-foot Burmese python named Kitty, though the crew nicknamed her Kong.
Was she confused when they said her nickname instead of her real name? Did she get confused?
I guess so. I mean,
she probably missed
up her lines. Yeah.
But this was a good movie. I mean, like I said, it's one of those chef's kiss cult classics. You can't beat it. It's just great.
Yeah. It is. And I met with the Taylor kids.
To tie this in, I've got one more piece of trivia, then I'll shut up. The role of the cameraman was almost played by Chris Farley in early development.
Oh, wow.
I think this to me, this is why we do what we do. This is why we get together on Wednesdays, is for movies like this.
I heard he was going to be the cameraman.
That everybody needs to see. And you need to see them with that attitude of B movies can be great. You just have to know what you're in for.
Oh yeah, I remember Tina and I were, when this was first getting made, and we heard the title "Snakes on the Plane." We were like, "All right, right on. This is gonna be fun," you know. And we weren't disappointed at the movies. But the Taylor Kitsch thing I meant was, I like John Carter of Mars. That's a good movie. I love those books. But it was a massive flop, and that way he had like 3 massive flops at that time. So his career in Hollywood was looking pretty bad. But you know, he did True Detective and that series Dark Wolf he has now on Amazon. You know, he's really coming back. You know, I like Taylor Kitsch a lot. But he had like 3 movies that just almost tanked his career because they were big tentpole movies. And John Carter was the biggest one of all, I think, that flopped for him. But it's a good movie. But I digress.
I like it too.
Snakes. Snakes.
Snakes.
Anybody snakes?
Snakes.
So what are we going to rate this one, boys and girls?
5.
Boss?
I'm solid 5 for it. I love this movie. I will watch it every time it is on. It always gets me in a good place. I love it.
Scott?
Except for the one scene with the dog.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was surprised.
Yeah. But
I'm
he got
surprised
what
they
he
knocked the
deserved
dog
at
off.
the end. I'm giving this a 4.5. I love this movie. It's just, I never get bored watching it.
Big Mike.
Rich?
Oh, you go. Go ahead. I'll go last.
I'll give it a 4. It's worth it. It's a 4.
I'm going to give this one a 4.5. I enjoyed this. I will.
Wow.
To my everlasting shame, the first time I saw this movie was about a year and a half ago. We were already watching Wyrd before I had seen Snakes on a Plane. And
Oh, wow.
I saw it back then, and I'm like, damn, everybody said this was a good movie. I looked at it, and I was like, nah. And then I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed it immensely. I enjoyed it so much that I figured, hey, why don't we do Snakes on a Plane for this? So I was pretty happy with it. And it's a movie that I am shamefacedly going to say, I'm going to watch it again. I liked it. I liked it.
I think Scott's got
Weird.
snake
I want to
down.
know what Landa's thinking about this tonight when we're having this love fest for snake movies.
You want to really?
If it wasn't for copyright infringement, you know what I would have put as our background music for this week.
You want a terrifying movie? Beagles on a Plane.
Lee. Hey, I just wanted to get on and say 28 Later's had a bigger snake. Great. Great. Bone Temple.
Yeah.
Dan said it was good too.
I haven't seen it, but I want to watch it.
Shout out to Lee Edwards, by the way.
Hey, Lee.
Today's his wife's birthday. He still poked his head in here to say hi.
Oh. Wish
Thanks
you
for
had
poking
happy
your head in
birthday.
there.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to her.
Shush.
Snakes on a Plane grossed $62 million.
Yeah. It had a
I don't know if
$33
we mentioned
million
that.
budget.
What was the budget on that? I know Rich
33
said it.
million.
What I don't remember what it was. What was the budget on that?
$33 million.
Wow.
Okay, so you're telling me it costs more money to make Anaconda than Snakes on a Plane?
Apparently.
Wow.
Yeah. Both of them had a pretty eclectic cast in there. Both of them had some players. So I mean,
I love David. I love David Kochner.
Yeah.
My favorite scene of his in any movie was when he's having the battle with the gingerbread man in Krampus. And who's the real hero of that scene?
Snakes has come to an end. Wow. Love Snakes.
Well, this was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing more movies like this.
Didn't we decide what the next 3 movies are going to be, or am I just getting old and forgetful?
No,
I
it's been
think
a
it was
while.
Primate.
That's right, Primate.
I think it was Primate.
Oh, and I
Schlock
suggested
and Congo.
Congo and what other one?
Congo, Primate, and Schlock.
Yeah.
Schlock is
a early John Landis movie.
Yes. It's like the first time I watch it, I'm like, this is the guy that created all the other great movies.
Well, I just want to say that if you are new to Wyrd Realities and watching Wyrd, be sure to like, hit, and subscribe to all our stuff because we go live a couple of times a month, and we would love to have you back. So if you are a longtime follower, be sure to hit that like and love button to show the boys that you care because, they don't know. I have to tell them.
We care about you too.
Massage that button.
That's what she said.
So next week, folks, Congo, Primate, which is a newer movie, and then Schlock, which is a John Landis movie.
We're doing them every 2 weeks now.
Yeah, we've got some author interviews, some really interesting author interviews coming up on our network as well. So if that's your thing or you're an author, contact us and let's see if we can work something out. Scott and I are very excited about an upcoming interview we have, and we'll be dropping details soon.
Yeah.
We got 5 minutes to kill. What y'all
So
want
are we
to talk
next
about?
week? Well, are we next week or are we the following week? How are we?
The following week,
have
I
we
think.
decided?
That's up to y'all. Rich and Scott have had some trouble, so I just wanted to offer that we could do every other week, but that's just kind of for our fan base because I don't like to leave Landa hanging on a Wednesday night.
Of course, I should be able to get here next week if you guys want to do next week.
All right. We'll do next week.
It is what it is.
Next week, folks.
Yeah.
Join us.
Next week. And we should
Frank
also
said Rampage.
Yeah.
Rampage.
Movie. We should consider doing Bone Temple and Return to Silent Hill. Both of those
I forgot about that one.
Yeah. And
Sounds
maybe
good.
another horror movie will be out in the next little bit.
Yeah, that'd be
what
good.
was the space one we were talking about? There was I don't know. He's kind of alone. I can't remember what it was.
Oh.
It's like Purge or something like that. I can't remember.
Huh.
I don't know. You guys were talking about it, and I looked it up. I can't remember.
We'll figure it
I can't
out.
remember my name half the
Lee
time.
Edwards is
Yeah.
wanting a request for some Bigfoot movies.
Lee.
Lee,
Oh, Lee.
we have a hard time
Lee.
finding good Bigfoot movies, so
Wait a
if you
minute.
can recommend some, we would love it. 'Cause
There
I
are-
know I love
We
Bigfoot
had a
stuff.
Bigfoot years ago.
I am watching one right
You-
now on Tubi that's not too bad. The Beast of Trinity, Texas. It's about a Bigfoot.
Well, I wouldn't mind doing the original Boggy Creek because that scared
Oh
the
my
crap out of me
God.
as a child.
Oh my God! Yeah, I told my best friend at the scene when he's in the van and he's in the right of the screen on the CV. I said to my friend, "Oh, it's gonna come through the front window," and he's like, "No, it isn't." So I just leaned over, it came through the front window. He jumped up and screamed.
That movie scared the crap out of me when I was a kid.
No more Sasquatch
man.
Sunset, Landa. We all
Sasquatch Sunset was a.
I have got stored away. I'm taking back the title of worst movie picker this year.
I dare you, Scott, because I don't think
no.
you can. I've got it 2 years in a row.
I'm taking it back this year.
Oh no! Oh
We're
my
going head
gosh!
to head
I got
for our turkeys of
PTSD
the
from
year.
that.
He's plotting now.
I do that was a weird movie. I Killed Hitler and Bigfoot.
That was a weird movie. It wasn't a bad movie, but it was a weird movie.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson in that? Not Samuel L. Jackson. Sam.
Sam,
Oh
Sam
yeah, I
Elliott.
know who you mean.
Sam
Elliott.
Elliott.
the
Yes.
cowboy guy. Sam.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did
He's
see
in
that,
it, and the guy who plays Poldark's in it. Very good. All right. Well, I'm excited that we had a full house tonight. Thanks everybody for showing up. Y'all know that we love you, and we will see y'all soon. Until next time, you know what they say.
Stay weird.
Show's not over till Rich has fingered you. Sam Elliott.
Take it
Yes,
easy,
Lee.
everybody.
Thanks for sending us.
And that's a wrap. Or at least a pause until we make you watch something else questionable. If you enjoyed the chaos, the commentary, and the occasional deeply confident wrong opinion, make sure you stick around. Watching Wyrd is part of the Wyrd Realities Network, where you will find strange stories, forgotten legends, late-night conversations, and the kind of shows that feel less like content and more like hanging out with people who brought snacks. So follow and subscribe to explore the other shows. We'll be back soon. Until then, stay curious and stay weird.